My best friend's crush handed me $40 and said, "Be my boyfriend for 2 weeks, I'll pay you." I thought she was joking. Priya and I had been lab partners since freshman year, and this was exactly the kind of thing she'd say to see my face do something. But she pressed the cash into my hand under the cafeteria table, dead serious, and said, "I need Damon to think someone else wants me. You're his best friend. He'll actually believe it from you." She wasn't wrong that I knew him. Damon and I lived on the same street. Our moms carpooled us since we were 6, and I'd spent a decade being his sidekick, mostly his errand boy, honestly. Whenever he strung Priya along, the flirty texts at midnight, the "I'm just not looking for anything serious" the next morning, I was the one who ended up relaying it. He kept her on a hook for 2 years and never once let her off it or reeled her in. I'd watched her face fall so many times I could have drawn it. But now Priya had a plan, and I was curious enough to say yes. The first morning we walked in holding hands, Damon actually stopped mid-sentence. My phone buzzed within the minute. "Bro, you and Priya?" I texted back. "You always said you didn't like her like that." At lunch, Priya bounced in her seat. "It's working. Did you see his face?" After that, we committed. Fake nicknames, notes in her locker, her hand on my arm in the hall. It was so sweet it was nauseating, and it was supposed to be. But somewhere in the fake, something turned real. She'd text me late for cover, and we'd end up talking until 2 in the morning about actual things. The college she was scared she wouldn't get into, the sister she never talked about, the song she played when she couldn't sleep. She started finding reasons to keep our fake dates going after there was no one left to perform for. The way she leaned her head on my shoulder in the empty parking lot didn't feel like a bit, and I was falling hard. For a girl, I was being paid $40 to pretend to like. Then Damon woke up. Suddenly, he was everywhere. The bubble tea place he'd always mocked, the bookstore, the bench where we ate lunch. Suddenly available, suddenly attentive, suddenly everything Priya had wanted him to be for 2 years. He brought her coffee. He got her name tattooed into a playlist he made her. He dedicated a song to her over the morning announcements, and I watched her eyes start drifting back to him. It gutted me. Every time she checked her phone hoping it was him, I felt it in my ribs, but I held her hand and said nothing, because it wasn't mine to lose. It was a rental. She'd told me that herself, in cash. The night of the winter formal, she called me. Damon asked me to go with him. She laughed, but it came out wrong. "That's the whole point, right? That's what I paid for." Then, quieter, "But I still want you there. Please come." I couldn't say no to her. I've never once been able to. I went alone. I found them by the doors in matching outfits, and Priya broke away and pulled me to the middle of the floor and put my hands on her waist, and I let her because I'm an idiot, and when she leaned her head against my chest, I stepped back. "Don't," I said. "Please don't make this harder." Outside, Damon found me. He lit up a vape by the dumpsters and clapped my shoulder like we were friends. "She was just using you to get to me, man. Don't let some girl come between us." I laughed. "We were never us, Damon. You brought me along when your mom made you. You had me handling your leftovers for 2 years. She used me to get to you, and you used me my whole life. At least she paid." He shrugged and went back in. An hour later, Priya came out and sat next to me on the curb. "He spent the whole night looking at everyone but me," she said. "The second he had me, he was done." She reached for my hand. "But you, with you it was real. I felt it too. Maybe we could actually—" I pulled my hand back. "You wanted him for weeks while you were holding my hand," I said. "I saw it every time. I can't be the thing you settle for when the first choice lets you down. I want to be somebody's only choice." She cried and said she'd made a mistake, and God, I wanted to fold. I wanted to say yes so badly it hurt. Instead, I took the 2 crumpled 20s out of my pocket and folded them into her hand, and I stood up and I walked to my car.